Hey, everybody, welcome to Tuesdays with Kelli and Dan on Talking Pools Podcast Network.
So I understand that you got some good news, a recipient
Yeah,
of something, right? Tell us
yeah,
about
I
that.
was found out today. Actually, a fellow IPSA member called me because he's on the committee that chose the winner for the PHTA Greg Garrett Scholarship Award. So I will receive the award at the international show Monday night at the Encore Hotel
Ooh,
at their Awards of Excellency event.
uh,
And I get $5,000 to go towards PHDA classes.
wow.
So I want to use that to start taking the series of builder and designing classes through Genesis.
Very cool. Congratulate. That's amazing. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
this
Oh my
is this
God.
is this is the first year of the award, so that's even more like flattering. And to be completely honest, I did cry because I was just like so surprised but so happy because like those classes are not cheap.
No, yeah. That's
Not
that's
at all.
that's absolutely wonderful. That is wonderful and honestly not I mean, you're very deserving of it. So I'm really
I appreciate it. I had to go kind of like back in my college days of, here's the application with questions and you have to have so many words minimum and make sure you answer the question fully, which I'm sorry, I'm not I may talk a lot, but when it comes to writing, I'm very
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
here it is in a couple sentences and I'm done. But I worked very hard at getting those 250 words per question. And I was very thankful that I had Rudy and then Dave Haas, who's a part of the apprenticeship program out here in California, as my recommendations.
That's, you know what, you couldn't have two better people writing your recommendations, that's for sure. The aspect of, wow, I'm just, that's amazing. I'm
I
thrilled
think
for you.
I really think people should take advantage when these things come up that are available because it really does benefit your career in the long term the more classes you have. And, yes, looking at the price tag of the classes was overwhelming, but it's like, hey, I can try and apply for this. It doesn't matter how old you are. You don't have to be, a 18-year-old trying to fund college to get a scholarship, but really take advantage of any opportunity where money's being given away to help you continue your education to make yourself a better pool professional.
You know, to the point of you deserving of that, you give so much of yourself back to the industry in so many ways, just like we had talked last week about your travel to Texas
Mm-hmm.
and all of that effort. And I know you've been involved with your local IPSA chapter, and you're now a member of PHTA as well. And even the time we spend each week just talking about whatever and trying to
I
sort of spread
I
some
come from
knowledge.
like I come from an education background, so that's why I think it's a great benefit. I even my dad, I telling him about the classes. He's like, "Well, you don't need to take a class; you just need the experience." And yes, that is true. But having the classes so when you are in those environments to learn, I feel like you'll get a better understanding than you do without the classes.
I agree. You know, I'm a certified trainer for PHTA as well, and I teach courses mostly through the Midwest, but the the aspect of things that you always pick up. For me, it's interesting as an instructor, the things I pick up from the students. I've said before that I learn always, and the fact that I may be in front of a group pushing the button on the PowerPoint presentation doesn't make me the expert by any means. And the ideas that come out of the class as we're talking about different subjects and such are great. But having the education, even if it's sort of the book education as opposed to the hands-on education, both are equally valuable.
Hmm.
And so you're gonna I know make great use of that. So
Oh yeah,
again,
like I told the gentleman who called me, I was like this is great for me, but because of the person I am and how I like to help other people, what I learned from this, I will tell to other people.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
so I'm very, very honored and very excited. So we
Well,
will
good for you.
see how it goes. I have 1 year to use up the money, which I think I'll be using it up pretty damn fast.
Yeah,
But I can't wait. I'm very, very
yeah.
excited. So
So
now all of you guys that are coming to the international show have to be at the awards ceremony that Monday night.
that's what I was just going to say. We got to make sure that we're there. So Monday night, what time is it? Do you remember yet?
5:30.
5:30 Monday night. I'm writing it down right now. Monday at 5:30. I fly in Monday for the expo, so
It depends. If I'm able to start using the scholarship like now, I will be flying in probably Friday night because the class I want to take starts Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
ah,
If otherwise, I'm going to fly in. I might be flying in Sunday night.
okay. Well, it looks like should be able to
We'll be
make
busy
that.
people that trip.
Yeah, it is. I'm flying in Monday. I'm there all week. I have
I'm going to leave
things going on,
Thursday.
so. But my plane as of right now is supposed to land about 3:30 Monday, so that should give me enough time
Oh,
to
yeah.
get over there and watch you accept that fantastic award.
I appreciate that. But I heard that you also were listed on, what was it, the servicers list for Pool Spa News?
Yeah, we're always so grateful when Pool and Spa News does top 50 builder and top 50 service companies. And today I noticed, I think it just came out today and they're online. I'm sure it's probably the October magazine that it's going to, as it hits our mailboxes and such in print, we'll see. But we were named, this is the 5th year they've done this award, and we've been lucky enough to be named all 5 years as one of the top 50 service companies in the country. And
That's a major accomplishment because I know people try to think, oh, service is easy. It is not easy. And especially with the number of employees you guys have.
it's always a challenge. We never give up. We always keep striving to get better and better. And to me, when I see all seasons pool spas and outdoor living on a list of 50 people, and others in that list are the likes of Charlie Claffey and Claffey Pools. For those that don't know, Charlie is he'll be the chairman of PHTA for the next year after November. Very involved in the industry and has a fantastic company. Matt Golke, both of them are out of Texas. Keith Czar's out of Texas. Javier Payan out of California. These names of companies that I look at us out of the Chicago market and look at them and look at everything that they do on all levels and think, wow, like how did we get there with that? It's humbling. It's certainly we're thrilled to be honored in that way. And an interesting part for me too is the representation through the Midwest in the that top 50 service over the years. We've got a good friend of mine, Dave Thompson, out of Wisconsin, and Swimming Pool Services. They've been one as well that's been all 5 years so far as a service company. Dave works with me in the Midwest chapter for PHTA extensively, and he's for many years been at times kind of last man standing in bad times, keeping the chapter afloat. Don Bontrager out of Indiana for Bontrager Pools, and Ohio Pools and Spas, and Pools of Fun in Indiana. The Midwest has a good representation in markets that aren't usually thought of as strong pool markets. We always think
Yeah.
of Florida and Texas and California and Arizona and stuff like that. So when I see all of these great companies around us and fantastic people that I know, and also people that have given back to the industry in so many ways. It's again, I look at us and go, you almost feel like you don't belong. Like, I mean, you put a
Yeah.
lot of effort in, and certainly I don't want to take anything away from our staff, because they're the real reason that we're on this list is their effort and desire to keep bettering themselves through education and making sure customers are taken care of at the highest level. It's a truly a wonderful, wonderful honor. So yeah, so thanks for bringing that up. It's awesome.
Kelli and Dan will be right back after these messages.
Have you heard there is a group of pool service professionals nationwide that are here to help grow and protect your business? The Independent Pool and Spa Service Association, known as IPSA, is here to help you. By joining the largest trade organization created by and for pool and spa service techs, you gain access to industry networking opportunities, exclusive educational offerings, IPSA's Tech for Tech route coverage, and more. So be independent, supported, and part of a professional community. Go to ipssa.com to learn how to be a member of IPSA today.
Service is not easy, and to make it because this is one where other people nominate you and stuff, right? Or how does this one work?
No, it's a similar thing to like kind of what you went through for what you did, where
Okay.
you enter your company, the top 50 builder, top 50 service, and there are a number of areas that you answer questions. And this year they have, we were also very fortunate to be one of the top 50 builders for Pool and Spa News this year. Earlier in the year, I think it was maybe June or May or June when they announced that. Both the awards, they ask for entrants to list an MVP of your company. And boy, it's really hard when we look at all of our staff to try to, on the construction side or on the service side, pick an individual who you want to say this is the most valuable person relative to our entry for this award. But I certainly had a couple of fantastic candidates for both of those. One of our sales manager on the construction side, Steve Smith, was the MVP, and on the service side, you'll probably be happy to hear this. Melanie Berzowski, who is our service office manager, was our MVP for the service end of things.
Isn't that the one you said that where you guys are you're flexible, but she is the type that she knows she has her work she has to get done, but then you allow her if she has to get her kids somewhere and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. She's a single mom. She's got a almost 4-year-old adorable little daughter, Olivia, who certainly, especially with COVID and that, there are times that she's not been able to be in daycare, and Melanie stays home with her, but that doesn't mean she's not working. She's in it 150%. And I honestly, even though she is, the service office manager, I would put her knowledge up against many across the country in terms of what she knows. And, she is a source for the newer technicians in the field many, many times with technical aspects of things. Fantastic with customers. She's just a great person, and a great compliment to Steve on the construction side, who is, the construction side is equally as tough in dealing with construction crews and weather and sales aspect of things and customers and all that. And he just
customers like, I have a party on this day. The pool has to be done by then.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
You're like, we'll try.
Yeah, but he just keeps flowing through. So anyway, it's all of this stuff. It's a reflection of our employees far more than a reflection of the company. And I'm thrilled that they can sort of put that ring on their finger and say, I'm a member of this team that gets these kinds of accolades that are just wonderful things to be able to say and put the logo on your shirt, on your website, and all that kind of stuff. And sort of beat your chest a little bit and say, okay, for this day, I'm something. Now let's get back to work.
Well, that's really cool, and I'm glad that you guys got that, because from everything you told about your employees and yourself and everything, you guys sound like a pretty top-notch company to be a part of.
Well, thanks. We like I said, we keep trying. We're far from perfect, and I'm the first one to admit that. But we certainly strive to improve every single day, and every one of our 50 plus employees, their heart is in it for the right reason. And that's what we look for in hiring people too. It's the personality that we hire, not the skill.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody has a caring, can-do attitude, we have the support to be able to teach them anything that they need to know about pools and hot tubs and construction and service and whatever it is. You can't teach someone to care. It just
No.
it doesn't work. They either have it or they don't. And if we can identify that early on in the hiring process and nurture the rest of it, then that's where we have our most success. So
That's, to be honest, I think that's great that you said that you guys look for personality before anything, and that will help other companies that, are just starting to get employees and know, okay, maybe that's something that they should look at, because from my understanding, it's not easy to hire people and it's hard to find the good ones. And so if anybody can give any advice to other people, I think that's the best piece of advice I've heard in a while when it comes to hiring.
yeah, and and we struggle hiring as well. But we've hired people through the years that have experience. We've got a number of people that work for us now that, although they may have been with us for 10, 15, even 20 years, they came to us from other parts of the industry with experience. And they've, they work out very, very well. But on occasion, you get some people that come in with experience, and the personality is just not a fit. It doesn't go with the company's overall feel and direction, and they don't often help and get along with the rest of the staff, and they kind of are a standout from the get-go. And as hard as it is, we do try to get rid of people that aren't a good fit, and try to keep the ship moving in the same direction, all with the same type of attitudes as best we can. Yeah, our industry tends to be, I say it often at our place, the land of misfit toys, right?
Yeah.
From Rudolph, where it's like none of us are great as an individual, but as a cumulative effort, our strengths and weaknesses are offset by someone else.
Yeah.
And we succeed as a team. And when you have somebody that for whatever reason feels that they're the most important, and that it often just ends up being a bad seed that kind of takes you down. So we try to identify that kind of stuff and work with those people to see if we can get them to be more of what we hope them to be. And inevitably, if it doesn't work, we kind of part ways in a cordial manner and wish them well, and look for somebody else to fill that truck or van or whatever it may be that is more of the team player and someone who cares about the customer and doing the right thing and doing the best they can. So,
well, thank you for all the advice. So I think we should wrap it up, because my dog wants me to let him in the house. At least one of them. The other one's probably running amok out there being crazy. But thank you, everyone, for listening to Tuesdays with Kelli and Dan. I hope you enjoyed what we had to talk about today and got something from it. So please like us, follow us, download when you listen so we know you're listening. If you have anything you would like us to talk about, please let us know by emailing us at talkingpools@gmail.com. And we will talk to you again next week.
Thanks, everyone, and thanks again to IPSA as our sponsor. We appreciate your support and all that you do for the industry. And Kelly, I will talk to you again in another week.
Yeah. Have fun in Mexico.
Thanks. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.